First of all, what is female infanticide? Female infanticide means deliberately killing a newborn female child. This is the main main reason why it's taken in modern practice of the sex-selective abortions. In abortion, in modern life, earlier they used to have a baby and they used to put them directly in the boiling water or boiling milk. But rather than the modern life, it's like directly they do the abortion, which is directly related to the emotions. Earlier, the emotions by seeing the born baby and which is alive baby, we directly put him or her into directly in the milk. But now they don't take that much. They don't think that much. They feel it normal. Like, yeah, it's a baby. It's fine. They are so normal about this in their modern life. Real life situation. My real life situation is very close to me. It's related to my family only. My uncle was going to have a baby. He was so conscious that he wanted a boy because he wanted a boy because he had already had a daughter in the family. So he always told doctor that what is going to be. He tried many testings and all. He tried that what the baby is, but that's not a good thing. The doctor never allowed because the government is not allowing to tell whether the patient that it's a girl or a boy. So, but after a few days when it was the time of delivery, my uncle and my auntie were happy. They had a daughter, but after a few days my auntie was not very happy with the daughter because of the pressure coming from the family. The family takes a main place in having a baby or a boy because our grandparents and all they all think that boy is a main priority of any family. The female is not. But after a few days, after 15 days only, she got irritated with the daughter. She just took a pillow, she choked her, and she's dead. And my uncle took action against her. Rather, he wanted a boy, but he was fine with the daughter also. But the aunt was not happy, so he reported police also, and they gave him paper also. My knowledge question is: what extent conflict between the ethical system be resolved? Earlier we all think.
Knowledge question once again.
To what extent conflict between the ethical system be resolved? Earlier, like the early days, the main motto was following the society, listening to the head of the village, listening to mukhyas and all, and taking that what they say, we follow it. We don't think our own perspective. We don't think about our emotions or our reasons why we should follow that ritual of the female infanticide. But in this age, it's still going on, and which is not good. With the boys to girls ratio is not maintained in India and China, which is the main thing, which should be maintained. You can see the ratio. The orange light shows the year 2001 and yellow light shows 2011. We can take its own by. I'm from Gujarat only, but then too 2011 still female infanticide is still following this big, but it is more than the previous one. But we can say that the emotions or feelings of that society is not changed. Rather than many changes or the development of globalization of the society, but they have not changed. Number of boys to girls ratio we take in India is decreasing, but in China they have maintained from the early ages. China also they did the same thing, but the ratio is constant. Our ratio is not constant. 1 year there will be high ratio, another year there will be less ratio, which is the main problem. Claims. Most of the poor family, they say that I can't upbring the child. I'm not that financially. I'm not that financially. My financial conditions are not that fine that I can upbring the child very good. And they also think there are many reasons why the poor family only do the main things like female infanticide. And most of the 60% of the female infanticide is done by the poor family only because they don't have the money to upbring the child. citing female for this the Supreme Court government has given a relaxation on the abortion of India, but abortion laws, because they also think that if we give if we give relaxation on the abortion law, it can be misused. As I say that this modern age, they don't really feel like it's a baby. Why should we care? It's like just a baby. And PM Modi launched just now the Beti Bachao Beti Padhao campaign, which says that the government is giving a girl child 14 to 20 years of free education with free food in the government school. There is created a scheme which is started in Tamil Nadu in 1991. It says that any woman which is not happy with their child can donate to the state, and they will upbring the child in a proper way. And there's one more girl child protection scheme which is given in all over India, which states that after a girl gets above an age of 20, government will give them a certain amount which will be good for their after education. Ways of knowing emotions. Female feels like mostly the emotions related to us, the emotion related to the parents is the main thing. Why we allow them to follow such type of act which is not ethical? Why we follow that society? But we have to follow that society if we want to live in that society. The people mindset is based on that. But we can also say emotion differ as per the individual or the relationship they are into. Because emotion differs for everyone. If I like something else, you don't like anything else. So emotion is the key role played in the types of rituals followed by someone, because as emotions are there in individual which allow them to decide what to do. Emotion plays a main role in any of the action or the type of act we do. Reasons. There are many reasons. As I say, that dowry system which was followed is still going on. Dowry system is the main thing which keeps the father's mindset or the parents' mindset that I should not have a baby, I should not have a female child, because dowry system is still going on in India. They think over the future. Then when the girl is going to get married, they have to pay a certain amount, and they are not getting any return. So they think that I don't wanna have a female child. I will have a boy child, because it is priority, and the boy will give us and earn us the money, and they will keep the family happy. Perception ability to see here means what I think about that thing, about that act or the things I perform or I do. People in India at early age are not knowing about much. They were not focused on what they think. They were focused on what others think, what other society will think about me, or what they will not think what I will think about my family. If I'm happy with a female child, but they will think what will my society will tell if I have a baby child. In many of the states in Gujarat, in early 70s, it was like their Rajput family. Rajput family never allowed a female child, because they wanted the warriors or the kings to fight against the problems which they have. They think that female were not that sufficient that they can give harm to anyone else for their own state or own country. Areas on ethics. Moral principles that governs a group or a person's. As per Hindu ethics, it's not allowed that it's not allowed that female infanticide should happen, but it's still going on. The major places are Uttar Pradesh and Gujarat. It's still going on, but Hindu society doesn't allow it, but they feel that having a boy child is very good for the family. And when we talk about the Sikhs, they tell that they are equal. When they give this equal rights to women and men, but they are not. They mostly give the more rights to men rather than the women. They think the women are only meant for the household works. They are not giving giving that position to the females in the Sikh community. So if we can see from one side it's like Sikhs are not biased against the female and man, but they are. But we cannot see. And Islam during the early Islamic Arabia, it was followed. The female infanticide was followed. But by the time of the Muhammad, it was given in Quran. The female killing of a girl child is a very, it's like, it's not good thing that should go. History, as I said, in India it started in early 60s and 70s. It was first became aware of, on the Britishers who came in India. They saw saw this act and they were not happy with the act. They came, the British India Company came to know there were many Rajputs and many of the things which they were still following. They took many steps, but they cannot abolish at that time. But still, as we are globalizing, we are changing. The ratio of killing of female child is going down, is decreasing rather than increasing. My perspective, I think female infanticide is very immoral act, because it doesn't mean that female cannot earn money. The parents mostly, when the girl child is born, they think, what will she do? She is going to go one day. She is never going to come back. I don't have my asset. And when the boy child is born, they think, I have an asset. I will get money. I will get the income, and for me, I will get the daily food, which will be available to me. But the girl child cannot do. But in this modern age, there are many women who are very successful. We can take the example of Indira Noy, who is a CFO at PepsiCo, and Diana Kidwa, group's general manager and country head HSBC in India, the Kiran Mazumdar Shaw, and CMD in Bicon. These are many successful ladies who are beating the men and coming up, and they are showing the woman power that they can also, female incidents should be stopped, and we should not do female incidents. Thank you.